Richard Southern joins us for a look at the day's business news. Richard, for the second straight day, we're looking at another major sell-off on the markets.
Yeah, this has not been a good week. And you know what it's starting to feel like to me, Janella, and I hate to say it, but it's feeling like March all over again on the markets.
Ooh.
And yeah, that wasn't a good feeling back in March because we
No.
had that big plunge when the virus began in North America. And now here we are again plunging with investors getting very spooked, Janella, about the worsening COVID situation, here at home in the U.S. and certainly in Europe. The Dow today dropped 943 points, down another 3.4%. The TSX tumbled 434 points. They were selling pretty much everything in sight. The big name technologies were lower. Air Canada took a hit, down almost 4%. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines hard hit. Investors are worried, Janella, that even if we don't see strict lockdowns again globally, that consumers are just going to be scared away from going to businesses and spending their money. And so the economy, it seems, could take a further hit as this virus situation just seemingly gets worse and worse.
Okay, speaking of which, maybe Canada's oldest retailer could be in trouble. One of the questions being asked about Hudson's Bay these days. What's going on, Richard?
Yeah, so the Bay filed this lawsuit last night that kind of left people scratching their heads. They accused their mall landlords of not doing enough to keep the stores ship shape, basically. And the Oxford Properties is the company that owns a lot of these malls. And we're talking here about Square One and Yorkdale and Scarborough Town Center. And Oxford fires back and said, hey, you know what? HBC hasn't paid us rent since April 1st at most of the shopping centers, Janella. So, things aren't good if you're not paying the rent, right?
Yeah.
And we know things have been hard hit in the retail industry. In the Bay, they have more retail space than almost anyone. So there are big questions about this now private company. What's the future going to hold for the Bay? Nobody's quite sure right now.
Wow, something to watch for sure. Okay, and it appears the cost of borrowing money will remain quite low in Canada for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, good news if you got a mortgage or you're looking to get a mortgage. I mean, the Bank of Canada today said don't expect rates to go up until at least 2023. The bank says it's not going to change its interest rate until inflation gets back to 2%, and it says that's not going to happen for at least 3 years. So this, one would think, is only going to add fire, Janella, to the already hot Toronto housing market. Expect prices here in the Big Smoke for homes to continue to go up and up. Hey, Janella, you and I are back at 6:40 when we talk about the more interesting stories of the day. We're going to talk about a prominent Torontonian who jumped on the TikTok bandwagon today, coming up at 6:40.
All right, we'll see you next hour.
Thanks.